it's Scarlight here, and welcome to another video. It's going to be a bit different than normal, only because I did try Pokemon Showdown today. It is live, but I keep disconnecting, keeps us to reconnect to the server, and yeah, generally, it's either still a bit down, there's still a couple of problems, or it's something to do with my internet. Don't know which one it is, but we'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully we can finally get day 2 of our Bolt Breakers versus the OU tier. We did have some battles today, but I just couldn't really footage it together, unfortunately. So I'm just going to discuss today what could be the next mechanic for Gen 10. Even though we haven't got Gen 10 announced yet, we all know it's going to happen eventually. And there's most likely going to be a new gimmick, or they could do something else. So before we get started, let's talk about the gimmicks that are already in Pokemon. We have Mega Evolutions, such a fan favourite, one of my personal favourites as well. It's such a cool mechanic slash gimmick. It's so awesome. Can't wait to get it back in Legends Arceus. Really hope some Pokemon really get the Mega that they so deserve. Next, we have Z moves, which was a very interesting mechanic in Gen 7. Really made some actually not that good moves actually really OP, such as Splash on Gyarados, and raising all your stats by 1.5 if you use a Z move. Such an amazing idea, I'll say, for Z moves. One of my least favourites, but still there. My least favourite actually is Gigantamax. Gigantamax was a nice concept. It felt similar to a Mega Evolution in a way though. But it was so broken. The idea of moves that can also just boost your stats while attacking is ridiculous. And yeah, it was the only gimmick to actually ever be banned in the singles tier 2. And finally but not least, we have our current mechanic, which is personally one of my favourites as well, Terrestrialization. Just changing any Pokemon to any type can really help any type of Pokemon out. Such an amazing mechanic in my opinion. So before we get into the U mechanics, let's talk about this idea where they could have all these mechanics in Gen 10, being the big 10-0, having all the old mechanics back as a big anniversary like celebration, to finally have like the 2-digit number being a 10-0. Yep, we could definitely see that. But if that was the case, how will we balance it out for like a battle? Well, I think it'd be like the Masters 8 in the anime, where we can only really like use one gimmick per battle. Otherwise, there's just too many unknowns, too many unvariables, and it wouldn't be as competitive, more as luck based, because there's too many things to predict. Like one Pokemon has a Z move, there's one Pokemon that's a Mega, there's one Pokemon that can Terrestrialize, and there's one Pokemon that can Gigantamax. There's too much going on for it all to work in one type of battle, in my opinion. And I think also before the battle starts, if they find some way to let you and your opponent know what gimmicks they are running before the battle starts, so they know the idea what they're facing, but they don't know exactly which Pokemon it is. And also, just to balance out the Gigantamax a tiny bit more, make it so like no moves give any type of boosts. Like the poison one, I believe, used to give attack. The flying one used to be the most busted, which used to give speed and stuff like that. Just no stat boost, just make the moves become more powerful. So yeah, and before we discussed about what new mechanics they could be for Gen 10, we really need to break down the 4 mechanics we kind of have. So the 4 mechanics can we break down. Basically, Mega Evolution is basically like a 4th evolution for Pokemon, which is like a super cool idea. Z moves is basically a 5th move on any type of Pokemon. Gigantamax, I guess the idea was like pushing a Pokemon beyond its limits. I'm guessing, again, Gigantamax and Dynamax feel similar to Mega Evolution to me. And Terrestrialization basically is a 3rd typing. So with that in mind, what could they do where the mechanic's new and fresh and doesn't feel similar to the old ones? Because that's really the biggest hurdle. It seems like they've done most of it, But I've came up with 2 ideas that that Game Freak could do. First one being swapping the stats of a Pokemon, such as their base attack for their special base attack, and replace the IVs as well. And same with the defense and special defense. And the way they could like animate it, maybe have like a red aura signify that the attack stats are swapped, and a blue aura to signify that the defensive typing is swapped. I think this could be a really cool idea, because there's plenty of Pokemon around where they could have a fantastic special move pool, but the special attack just doesn't exist. So there's no point in one or these nice coverage moves that a Pokemon could have. And as for defense, I think it's going to be a bit more busted with its applications, and we'll get into it right now. So these are the Pokemon I think could benefit from this type of mechanic. First, we have Garchomp. Garchomp has such a nice array of special moves: Fire Blast, Earth Power, Scorching Sands, Draco Meteor. It would be really cool to see a base 130 attack stat coming from it. Would be really awesome to see. Also, I could also see mixed attackers getting benefits from it. Basically, say you have Moonblast on Iron Valiant with close combat, Thunder Punch, and maybe a nice little 4 special move. If you've already got rid of one of their defensive walls, you could just use this mechanic to make Iron Valiant more physical oriented if they got rid of a Blissey, for example. And same with Alakazam, having a physical Alakazam with amazing coverage like Fire Punch, Drain Punch, all stuff like that. Psycho Cut could be really awesome to see. I think it really is a neat idea. I think though the most broken application for this is actually the defensive Pokemon. So imagine you come across a team on Pokemon Showdown, for example, where you've noticed, hang on, all these Pokemon here are mainly physical. So if you switch Blissey's defensive stats around, where it has 135 defense instead, it's going to be a really big pain to take care of. And Toxapex similar to Iron Valiant in a way for the mixed defense. Just having that nice switch around if they've already got special attackers left or attackers left can really depend on the situation. Same with Alomola, or the other way around with Blissey, where we can make it a special defensive role instead of defensive role. So yeah, there could be really fun applications for this type of mechanic if they do go that route. Again, it's very hard to think of any type of mechanic, considering they've done all the mainstream ones. The second one I thought of is this one, where it's like a revival gimmick. Basically, I'm thinking about like a revival blessing for a type of gimmick where they could have like shining stars above their heads or something like that. Or if they want to go where it could link with the bond between a trainer and a Pokemon, they could do it where like they gain some like your trainer's hair color features on their actual body themselves or something like that, similar to like Ash Greninja, but as a mechanic as well. In order to make this balanced though, this revival blessing type of thing balanced, would be that luckily that you know which Pokemon's going, once it faints, it's going to get revived, and also any type of stat boost automatically disappears when that Pokemon faints and becomes reborn. So I think that could be a second idea that they could do, like a nice type of revival type of gimmick. But they're like the 2 ideas I've had for now. Let me know if you've got any ideas of your own. Be very interested to know. I hope you don't mind this type of video. If you like this video, let me know. I'll see you can do more type of style content like this as well. And hopefully Pokemon Showdown 1 and 5 for me tomorrow. And with that said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.